Hello, and welcome to a new lesson for English learners in grade 7. My name is Sanja Bojinovic, and I will be your English teacher today. Our today's lesson is Who Has Seen? By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to understand a short and simple text. It's a poem, and you will be able to use intonation and accent to make your message richer, which means we are going to read aloud the poem. For today's lesson, you will need your pencil and a notebook to make some notes. If you are ready, let's start. Here you can see the title. I mean the part of the title, because I'm not telling you what we are talking about. You'll have to guess. And you can see an illustration. Who has seen? Can you guess what the poem is about? In the title, there is the verb that we all know, see. When you ask, who has seen? When does this activity happen? I will remind you of the verb see, saw, seen. And in the question, there is have and the past participle, which means that's the present perfect. And you remember that last week we asked, have you seen? Have I seen? And now we are asking, who has seen? So when you listen to the first part of the poem in the next slide, you will read it too. You will ask yourself, who has seen? Have I seen? Have you seen? And then you will think, are there any witnesses? Any evidence? Any clues? This is the first part of the poem. It's a very short poem, and there are some words on the right-hand side. If you don't know some of the words, please copy them now, because you will need them for later. I will read the first part of the poem for you. I am not telling you the word yet. Who has seen? Neither I nor you, but when the leaves hang trembling, is passing through. A leaf on the tree, least, pay attention to the plural. Leaves hang from the branches on a tree, and in this poem, they tremble, they shake. And something or somebody is passing through Prolasi. Have you seen it? The writer, we can see, asks herself. Have I seen it? So she's thinking about if she has seen that, and if the reader has seen it. Have I seen it? No, I haven't. Have you seen it? No. So that thing or person must be invisible. Invisible, nevidliv. Unperceivable. Please copy the words. Is there any evidence if something has been here and it's invisible, it's unperceivable? There must be some evidence if we are talking about it. Why do the leaves on the tree tremble? What is passing through? Can you guess now? Or we can talk about when you tremble. Please pause for a moment and think. What can cause you trembling? I tremble when I'm nervous, when I'm scared, when I'm excited, when I'm cold. Can you think of some more situations in which you tremble? When you have written a few words, you will see that sometimes we tremble because of something bad or something that scares us. Sometimes because of something which is not bad, but has made some impact on our life. Let's go on. The second part of the poem. Who has seen? Neither you nor I, but when the trees bow down their heads, is passing by. The same thing again. Who has seen that? Have you? No, you haven't. Have I? No, I haven't. But now the writer puts the reader first, and she says, neither you nor I, which basically means the same thing. Nobody has seen it. Can you guess now what that is? Witnesses? Clues? Let's hear. The trees bow down their heads. Why do you bow your head? We usually say that we bow our heads when we admire somebody passing or meeting, when we respect somebody something. And so, again, we can see that something invisible, something is passing by. And the reaction in the second part is very different from the first part. In the first part, the trees, the leaves tremble, and now the trees bow their heads. Think about it and copy the words, please. There is one more thing that I would like you to think about. The thing, the person, whatever that is we are talking about, in the first part of the poem is passing through. In the second part, it's passing by. Both pass through and pass by. How similar and how different is from staying, pass and stay? It's opposite. This is the complete text of the poem, and the poem is a very famous poem by Christina Rossetti. Here you will see the name of the poet, a very famous Victorian poet. Who has seen the wind? Neither I nor you, but when the leaves hang trembling, the wind is passing through. Who has seen the wind? Neither you nor I, but when the trees bow down their heads, the wind is passing by. Pay attention to the rhyme, A, B, C, B, which means that you rhymes with through and I rhymes with by. Please practice reading aloud this poem and think about its meaning. It's a very beautiful poem. And let's get back to the topic, the wind. I hope you have guessed, but my question now is, wind? Is wind visible? Can you see the wind? There are things in our lives that nobody has seen. We cannot see them, but we know they are there, they are present in our life. What are the things we cannot see that impact our life? If you're working on this lesson in front of your computer, you can stop and you can make a list of all the good things and all the bad things you can think about now that nobody has seen, but you know they are there in your life, making impact on your life. How can you perceive their existence? I hope you have enjoyed reading the poem with me, and now the task for you. You can choose one of these two tasks. You can choose to ask 3 questions, like the one in the first verse of the poem, who has, and finish your questions. Or you can read aloud the poem and make a recording of your reading. You can share your work. I have created a Padlet for you. Go to the link that you can see on the screen, bit.ly, Seen the Wind, and there you can share your work. and the exit card. The exit card for this lesson is, I hope, interesting and creative task. Draw your own illustration of this poem and write 3 or more words that you have learned in this lesson. I hope you will enjoy your exit card and that you will share your work, your homework. This is the end of today's lesson. Goodbye until our next lesson.